Finally at 5 o'clock, a major mix-up over the remains of a beloved mother.
Her body was accidentally cremated and her ashes have disappeared. Now her sons are suing the funeral homes responsible for the blunder.
Eyewitness News reporter Stacy Sager is in Lower Manhattan with more. Stacy?
Well, Diana, this family was handed the wrong ashes not once, but twice. This after their mother was cremated by mistake. Now, we just got done talking with this family and their lawyer. He says this case is one in many and that these stories are gut-wrenching.
It's horrible. It's devastating.
It's devastating.
So devastating, it's hard to believe. Emilio Irizarry says his 66-year-old mother, Consuela Rivera, died last month in New Jersey. And because of a mix-up involving 3 funeral homes, her family still has no idea where her remains are.
We can't even take her home because we don't know where she is.
They stole that from us. Stole my last kiss. My last goodbye.
According to a lawsuit naming all 3 funeral homes, Rivera's family at first planned to use this one, Biondi, here in Nutley, but then changed their minds. So they arranged to have Rivera's body moved to the Ortiz Funeral Home here in Brooklyn. But Ortiz contracted out with First Avenue Funeral Home here in East Harlem to transport her body. Only the unthinkable happened.
They said they cremated her.
Yes, by accident.
First Avenue had no comment today, but the owner of Ortiz blamed them, telling us, quote, they made a mistake, whatever they did. The body was never in our possession. Meanwhile, the manager at Biondi telling us, quote, myself and our staff feel heartbroken about this. No family at one of their most difficult times of their life should have to experience this. However, our responsibility to the Rivera family ended when Ortiz Funeral Home arrived at our funeral home to remove Mrs. Rivera, end quote. Adding further insult, the Rivera family was given the wrong person's ashes twice.
You just don't make a mistake like that. You don't.
According to their lawyer, mistakes like these made all too often.
They make a huge amount of money on these funerals, and I think that the health department needs to better regulate funeral homes.
And their lawyer says he'd like to see legislation mandating funeral homes to give these families a Bill of Rights, laying out what funeral homes can and cannot do. He says this family's anguish is proof that these problems and this confusion needs to be fixed. We're live in Lower Manhattan. I'm Stacy Sager, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.